Hello everyone, welcome to the markets breakdown analysis for Thursday the 23rd of February 2023. We'll be breaking down the chart and we'll show you the exact zones where price could close above for potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the previous daily candle closing bearish, forming daily resistance at 163,500. Now, to see why the price closed bearish on this daily candle, look at this daily candle for Tuesday, closed strong bullish. Now, if you look at the event, if you look at the news data that we've had from Tuesday, we've had the flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI, and these were good data for the GBP. If you look at the London session, that's when the bullish momentum started for the for the price to continue this bullish. Now, what we usually know is when price move bullish because of the news, usually price correct itself. That could be either on the next session, like let's say the NY session, or that could be usually by the next, let's say in the daily candle, starting from the Asian session, a retracement. When you drop down to the 4-hour time frame, this is when the price started happening. That was from pretty much from when the daily started opening. It was just straight bearish candles on the 4-hour time frame. Another thing I'd like to look at is, since the bullish candle on Tuesday made the high at 163,760, I want to go on a daily and see what happened. And what you can see here, this is a previous daily support. If you drop down to the 4-hour time frame and we go to the 14th of November, what we can see is this is the previous 4-hour support that was formed. So now price could possibly be rejecting as it tapped this level to retrace to then maybe retest this high. So now the fundamentals and the technicals are aligning because price is tapped to like this level, retracing possibly, and also correcting the news bullish move that we've had. Now to drop down the break down the analysis, dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, and we've got the most recent 4-hour resistance at 163,530. Our most recent 4-hour support is 161,500. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, and what we can see is we've got the most recent 1-hour support at 162,400. We've got the most recent 1-hour resistance at 162,510, but ideally to put it at 162,690 because this is too close. You want to leave some range for price for like some sort of a zone for price to range when there is no volume. Okay, so dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, potentially 162,700. I'd say that could be an area where we can look for buys. Now to look for sells, and since price is already breaking down, we can't just look at this level and say, okay, we're going to look for sells at this level. We don't know whether price is just going to start consolidating on the bearish trend basically. So what I like to do is go on the daily, on the higher time frame, look for rejections. My first rejection that I can see is this one, but the most recent one that we have based on the chart is this one. That's the closest to the price. That's from the 28th of December. Now to just fast forward, we have a rejection on the 4-hour time frame that was formed on the 28th of December, but we have the hourly resistance that was formed on the 28th of November. I do remember these because of the targets that we've had from last week's analysis. So if you go on the 28th of December, you can see. So now we can adjust it to 162, let's say 260. So now if price break and close below this previous hourly resistance, there's a higher probability for price to continue bearish, mirror this clean traffic on the left, and correct maybe further more of this move. Now to look for, this is going to be a no trade zone. Now to look for buys. Buys, I'm not really a fan because the 4-hour time frame looks messy. The lower time frame looks messy. So we're gonna look for small targets, right? The first hourly resistance is at 162,870. That's too tight. Our next resistance is 162,980. Dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, this is a resistance on the 30-minute time frame. So possibly we could have this as a first target for buys at 162,980. Our second target could be this hourly resistance at 163,230. And the reason why is because The daily has just formed resistance, and the 4 hour time frame is extremely bearish, so you don't want to look for big target because you don't know where price is going to reject. Plus this is just I'm not a big fan of buys at the moment, unless if you've got like a decent confirmation. To look for sells, going back to the daily, what we can see is we've got this previous daily resistance from last week dropping onto the 4 hour time frame, and what we can see is this is also the previous 4 hour resistance that was formed last week on Tuesday, the 14th of February. Now this could be our first target for sells, 161,980. Our second target for sells, we do have this 4 hour support, but then we have this hourly support, so this could be also a decent target for sells, a second target at 161,700.